Ladies and gents, this is your AstroShaman, Pernell Bobby. I'm here generating a world of harmony, leveraging astrology. You see it down here at the bottom. Welcome and thank you to the members here on the YouTube channel. And separate from the YouTube channel, we have the members backdoor, the Astro Divinity membership. Check the link in the bio. It's literally right here. You'll see that pinned. We are talking Elon Musk today. We don't meet this Sunday. Just side note, we don't meet this Sunday for the membership. We meet next Sunday on the 18th. All right. I just did a live with Gemini Brown and the Peace Dealer. Check that live. All right. It's in my community tab. Let's get on to Elon Musk. Okay. I have his chart here. We all know he is a Cancer. All right. I'm going to briefly show you the chart just so you can kind of like see a couple things. He's a Cancer. His moon is in the second house, and you see this. His bank account is large. Okay, he has a large bank account, but it's because of the Virgo element. So he actually has a Virgo moon. I'm gonna share it to you right here. All right, let's see what we got. So right here, he's right here, this 7th degree. He's in Virgo. He's still hitting inside the second house. So this gives him already, okay, you see Jupiter in Leo, which means past life. He already was gifted with the worth and the value of a king, of royalty, right? So his bank account was already that of very grandiose account. Second house is like bank account. So he has a grandiose account from a past life prior to even being in this life. And now you have Virgo, Earth, so he can now materialize the money. And we're going to get into this because he just acquired Twitter, which is really more about this Aquarius Mars he has. We're going to get into this, but it's also about this Cancer. So to understand the Cancer, you have to understand part of his past life, because Cancer always, all the water is going to always deal with past life. So it's always going to deal with, ancestry of some sort. So in his past life, even just through his like cosmic DNA, his cosmic past existence, he was here to integrate that with, which has to be his Aquarius North Node, which is this life. All right, when I first looked at this, I seen his chart, okay? When I first seen his chart, I came in for Elon Musk. I was looking at how did he acquire Twitter? He ended up having to pay like $44 billion. At first it was only like, I don't know, like 25 or 26 billion with a B, billion. And then they made some new laws about how he needs to own more than the 15% worth of the stock. So he's been kind of investing in this since like 2017. I mean, he's methodical. He literally analyzed data. That's how he's able to send rockets out into space. So what's amazing about him is Pluto is in Capricorn. And so he's exposing, shout out to the Leo lover, he's exposing the corrupt wealth, the corrupt authority figures in power, Kronos or Saturn. This is big daddy, big mama, crone energy. And, people always say big daddy or big dick energy for Capricorn, but it's big crone energy. It's the stubborn grandma who immigrates and gets their family a legacy on a new territory, on a new land. Cancer, fresh water, fresh cardinal, so they push forward for a new ancestry. So Cap is the one that has the legacy wealth where they're not cheap, they're economical. They're economical because they're moving an entire generation from Ireland to the United States, or from Indonesia to, I don't know why Bangladesh wants to come out, right? Trying to move Thailand, third world super poor country, into the middle of Belgium. So that's Capricorn wealth. And the thing is, and I'm going to show you a little bit more of his chart because this really matters. Like Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn is the transformation, the destruction of all impurities, all of our biggest and grandest fears about being repressed by a power, a superpower, someone with power to make you feel enslaved. Someone with power that has the type of power, at bare minimum, not because the mission is not to make you feel enslaved, but you will find some malevolent people. You will see some malevolent Capricorns who they get the power so addicted to the head. Pluto's going to implode. Kanye West, Elon Musk, Jordan Peterson, and Andrew Tate right now are the 4 horsemen to the apocalypse. Hear what I just said. Elon Musk, Andrew Tate, Kyrie Irving. I feel like he's not one of the 4 horsemen, but he's a critical piece. You see the news. You gotta see the news with a spiritual lens. You gotta see the news with the hidden octaves. You gotta see the news with the narratives that spun and the reasons they're spun and decide what are they hiding. Jordan Peterson, because it's the people that's really gonna take it down. Because Kyrie was just he has years to go. He's just starting his Saturn return. So he has some time. But Kanye West is at that billionaire. He's one of those 4 horsemen. Jordan Peterson, because of the psychological manner in which he can break things down. Elon Musk, for the fact that, he's literally already past like Big Kitty Bank. Okay, we literally just showed you that. But he has Virgo in his 2nd house as well, in his moon. So it's literally, okay, I'm going to show you again. It's literally emotionally important. It's literally emotionally important for him to push forward new revolutionary business ideas. Because this is Libra. Libra is the 7th degree, and Libra has information from Aquarius, which is his Mars in Aquarius. 20th degree is Scorpio in the occult. He can investigate the crimes against humanity, the crimes against civilizations, the crimes against the globe. He's able to rebel for a cause. And this is why he's going to be so unstoppable, because Elon Musk has a cause. But his cause and what is unique about this entire hobby for him, it's private. His mind is private, and everything that is him in Aries, 13th degree. Oh, crap, I'm not even showing you. Excuse me. I'm just spilling out the beans right now. All right. Let me just talk. I got to talk to my guys. I got to ask them. Do I have the green light to just rip this message apart? And if there's something you do not want me to say, please let me listen. Please let me listen. Please let me listen. Please let me listen. Okay. I'm going to pull a card real quick. I need y'all to work with me because this is a super fat. They just jumped out. This is this one. This is the bear. Okay. 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 All right. So this is for me. I believe that this means I have the green light to just spill the beans. All right. So Elon Musk acquiring Twitter is beginning the revolution. For Elon Musk, and I'll show you right here. This revolution, this divine justice, this balance right here, okay, this 7th degree of Libra, it is emotionally important for him, okay, at a soul level, Virgo, to serve divine justice, to push new ideas, new innovative ideas that are a lot of Gemini's collection of data. I'm going to show you. Gemini right here, 27. Gemini right here, 3. Okay, Sagittarius, which is opposite Gemini, 9. Gemini in this Scorpio, boom, again, right? Gemini in this 15. Literally, you understand what's going on here? No. Gemini again in this 27. And then he goes back to that Libra degree in his Venus. So his Venus being in the 12th, this matters. Okay, 12th is hidden resources, hidden blessings. This is what I need to tell you for a second. For starters, Elon Musk knows that he is not from planet Earth. He is not second guessing the fact that he laughs at human beings for being so infantile. They're such a premature speck of dust, and he understands that. So Elon Musk, okay, ready? He's trying to go home. Listen to me. This eighth house, okay, this eighth house, this Aquarius. Understand Aquarius, there's three things going on there. The North Node, where he's going, he has his entire life mission. He is dedicating his purpose, his North Node, his direction. He's integrating his past life royalty as a part of actually being a human to use those resources and use that billionaire success and status, which is Leo is billionaires, right? Like literally Leo has billionaire energy. Leo is where billionaires are created. I kid you not. I'm not going to explain that now. Just trust it for the moment. And so he had that in his south node, right? So understand me. And this is fourth house, which means what? This is super hidden. You're not really going to understand, you know, how vibrant he is and how vibrant he was and how much he has had to integrate his vibrancy at the second degree, the second house. He's very sure of himself. Like he's very confident. You must be to build rockets and to be able to afford to pay $44 billion. This light is too bright. I got to turn this down. To be able to afford to, yeah, that light was way, that light is killing me. All right. I like to have a light, but forget that, y'all. Okay. I got tea right here for me. Okay, so let's dig in. First off, ask me a question. What would you like to know about Elon Musk? As I just, in the meanwhile, continue to tell you about how he's going to use Twitter to revolt. Twitter is media. Twitter is Gemini. I literally just have showed you that right here. Ready? Gemini, 27. Gemini and Saturn. Okay. Gemini and Venus. All right. Okay. All of this third house is Gemini. So Pluto, Lilith, all right, and Uranus, all in his third house. Gemini. You got Gemini and Pluto here. I already explained it. 27 Pluto, Gemini again. 15 Gemini, where accidents happen and much more. Okay. So what am I saying? Gemini is and has the dignification in Mercury, which can collect objectively and analyze a lot of data, but not really going so deep, just trying to, it can categorize things very quickly. It has systems that can just be like useful, not useful, you know, like personal, work related, and later in Virgo, it'll start to fine tune that data and the information collection, which I just showed you. He has, and he does all his new fresh ideas. Virgo, it is emotionally important to him at a soul level to organize his resources and as well his money, his bank, to be able to make calculations, to be able to analyze data and, conjunct numbers and multiply things and make investments analytically without much emotion from a sensitive, watery, and emotion and intuitive manner from the element water, but sensible intuition. Okay, I say sensible where it can be felt in the body. Virgos has intuition that is stored in its body, and its body will need to poop if it's getting a message to let go of something, because Virgo is where we literally excrete through these small intestines in the body fecal matter and the dirt that does not belong. You understand what I'm saying? So as I progress that, he has that with all of the new friends that he meets, all right, with all of his money. He transforms Pluto, okay, all of the Gemini data collection as the masculine energy to Virgo. Both of Virgo and Gemini are Mercury. They're both ruled by Mercury. So this makes me want to find Mercury. Okay, we're back in Cancer, which his sun is in Cancer, which means he is aware of his Gemini and his Virgo's ability to, with Cancer's element, suave, navigate like a woman, like a divine feminine mother, side to side, juggling responsibilities and creating the emotional support necessary within his own mental processing of how he imagines bringing more security in the world. Security, he works with the Secretary of Defense. Every spy movie you've ever seen mentions the Pentagon or the Secretary of Defense. And Elon Musk does what? He works security for these people. Yo, okay, so what are we saying? He has positioned himself in the way Cancer does. He indirectly got into things in such manners like the Pentagon, rockets, trying to go home with his Mars, taking action and assertion on Aquarian themes, which means alien life forms other than Earth. Okay. Yo, I'm tripping real quick. Hold on. Like, let's talk about this. Elon Musk breaking fourth wall and dimensional layers of abundance. And I know that, and you know that because of the 12th house, which means right here in his 12th house, he has the same Libra. Okay. And I'm going to tell you what this is. Gemini is his 12th house. So 12th house is where we have our hidden enemies, but it's also our hidden gifts. It's also where our guidance comes through for us. It's also where our intuition is. And Geminis work as angels. Geminis work as Hermes. And Hermes had a crap ton of responsibilities in Greek mythology. Okay? One of the primary ones being the telecommunication and the transportation of information. And information is more important today than even status or influenced by numbers. Information is everything. And he has unseen hidden blessings as he surrenders certain curious thoughts. Like, imagine who he is, right? His mind, you see all this Gemini, he has a lot of data that's coming in that's completely seemingly useless, which is not, because Gemini can pull that data at any point later when it's ready. Definitely hit the thumbs up and the likes button if you're in here. If you're rocking with the channel, I want to say appreciate you. Ask any questions about Elon Musk, about Twitter and the revolution, because I'm going to get into that. Okay. So what I'm telling you is he is getting from fourth dimensional walls and beyond, layered guides, like, right? Like, I can take myself outside of my own mental consciousness and I can view myself as if I was a spider on the wall. And then I could take myself outside that spider on the wall and view that spider of myself viewing myself. I could do that a couple times. And eventually, like, I'll essentially just become able to focus and be involved with a witness consciousness. And this is what Aquarius can do. And this is what Elon Musk can do. Now, what this allows us to do is allow us to see Aquarius, social humanitarian viewpoints and perspectives and ways in which we can cut through, which you see for him is a Mars. He has Mars in Aquarius. Understand, my progressed Mars this year is in Aquarius. So with my Mars being in Aquarius, what does that mean? Same as Elon Musk. What do you hear me talking about right now? What is the statement at the bottom? We generate a world of harmony leveraging astrology. I'm looking at literally debunk slaves, okay? And in this instance, I'm looking at it as 70% of people being generators, and generators being the entire life force of the planet, 70% of the population. I'm releasing them. And in the process, having to help them understand how to navigate manifestors and mental projectors and the very small 1% reflector. This is my approach to getting people to integrate their divine masculine and feminine energies and properties. Because I know that when we do that, we stop the nonsense. Now, Elon Musk has his own manner of doing it, and one of his things is through tech. All of this Gemini energy, he's getting from literal alternate dimensions of like telepathic communication that is literally invisible and can only be like intellectually sensed. Whatever intellectually sensed means, I have no idea. But he does. And this is his form of communication. He's not here to communicate with, any Joe Schmo. He's here to push new and diplomatic, because of Libra, contracts, business, and make sales in order to intellectually end suffering, okay? Literally end suffering for the collective unconscious. And he's doing it by, you see this blue line, trining, which means he's having ease in doing it by diving into what was hidden in the occult. So things like CERN, okay, if you're familiar, CERN, and the God knows what it does, particle collider that can essentially open up alternate dimensions and realities already. That's what it does, and they just don't say it. And Musk calls this a demonic invention, something of the sorts, right? He is literally at this 8th house cutting through where we are suffering and where justice, even through especially like media and like not having the freedom of speech, which you hear him say a lot, is important for him. That's the message that he's been given to say by his guides, because his guides are like, look, Elon, they're humans, so you have to say it like this. You have to tell them you're fighting for freedom of speech. But in reality, what he's fighting for is for us to intellectually sense, angelic frequencies in order for us to communicate. When we hear those angel rings and they just go beep, and you don't even know what's going on, you're like, right? I wish, because I get it all the time, I wish I knew exactly what it meant. I have to go through and find that through different means. Sometimes I might have to pull a card if I really don't want to know and I want to know. Or like, sometimes I just need to wait and it'll kind of hit me later like, that's what it meant. But my point is, all of the, he's revealing what has privately been used to put us into suffering. Literally to put us into suffering and especially suffering to technology advancements and communication methods. So him taking back over Twitter is literally beginning a revolution as he exposes further with the helps of Kanye West, Jordan Peterson, Andrew Tate, Kyrie Irving with the Semitic order and nonsense, whatever, call your names, Donald Trump, revealing deep state, all of this stuff is getting juicy. And it is literally what is going to lead us into Pluto and Aquarius in 2023. And 2023 is literally going to, and that means that the people have finally and officially come together. But with his trine, he is revealing these hidden elements about what has held the people back. And he's cutting through this trauma. This is Scorpio, 20 degrees. Cut through that trauma. He is leading towards having a lot of faded moments in media. This one he just got going across on the full moon. On the full moon, this hidden blessing for him was the whole closeout. Did anybody not happen to notice that he's acquiring Twitter for $44 billion at the same time as the Gemini full moon, which is at the Cancer degree, and he has a Cancer sun. Understand what I'm saying? All that's happening right now is he is coming into his Leo-esque most unique form of ready to reveal his protective, which a lot of it is for him. A lot of it is his protective emotional nature around, look, we need to respect what makes people's hobbies unique and understand that somebody's hobby should be able to be used, in the way that they find and they deem special for them. And that's kind of what the 5th degree does and puts with that feminine touch on it. But understand his sun is in the first house. Like the fact that his sun is in the first house, it makes him tremendously selfish. Okay, like selfish enough to build rockets and just say F everybody else. Because that's what he did. He said F everybody else. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna make my own money, and I'm going to, walk in the Secretary of Defense. I'm gonna create security plans because I'm a Cancer, and making security plans for foundations and secretary work for spycraft and God knows what else. I'm telling you on open interviews how easy it is to make a complete AI drone assault, and you don't even need money to do it. What I'm saying, I'm revealing some things I've heard him say, because I'm trying to help you understand how much Cancer is a tenacious, really don't care about your feelings type of person. Like, they nurture, and especially with him in the first house, he nurtures what makes him feel safe. And part of what makes him feel safe is the exposure of WhatsApp communication is compromised. It says encrypted, and it is not. Your information has been stolen, which is why they got sued for 250 something odd million, 250 million, give or take a couple million, for privacy crossing. He wants to truly, maintain privacy to an extent, because he has the mind and the intelligence to imagine himself as, I forgot how he worded himself one time. He said, "I'm not a." How did he say? Don't quote me. Don't quote me. He said, he said, "I'm not a tech guru." Like something like I'm just an innovator or something like that. I don't know what he says, but the way he understands and qualifies himself, he's not like, he doesn't consider himself some tech genie, or something like that. He doesn't consider himself some kind of tech genius. He's just curious. He just likes to play. Like all this Gemini energy. He just likes to play with ideas and play with concepts and see if he can make it come true. And the thing is, he fights really hard for it. And I'm going to help you see right here why. It's his Chiron, which is where is your Chiron, bro? Okay, it's in Aries. And so his Chiron in Aries, the same thing as in his Mercury. All right, I'll show you. His Mercury, 13 degrees, is Aries. This sun in the 5th house, this is Leo, but again, where's Aries exalted in the sun? So understand, his Chiron is in this place where this wound exists, and he's never going to, in this career space, prove that he is as unique as he is, but he has this desire, in a sense, to prove that he is. So this wound, in 2 parts, it got freed, because he's having a Chiron return right now. Understand that. So him having his Chiron return through the whole cycle, which I do not know what the cycle of Chiron is, through that whole cycle, he's come back home and realized how important it is to say, I'm going to publicly push a fiery, bold vision of freeing people, being the warrior on the public stage, even though I am a Cancer and I prefer to be private because Cancers are private. I will champion this global and this world stage, and I will literally make my fortune. This is a part of fortune through media. Gemini, 27 degrees, but 27 degrees is the highest degree of Gemini. So that's the highest level in evolved evolution of consciousness, and he has that right there. He has that as well. Bro, Elon Musk he has it in Scorpio, which means he's the purest form of media when it comes to things like Twitter. This revolution, understand what he has done in 2 weeks. He has fired like 70% plus of the employees, and he has in 2 weeks doubled, tripled, quadrupled the amount of traffic that has ever gone on Twitter, while disbanding and immediately charging people like $8 a month subscription for blue checks, just to get rid of the inauthentic and the fake on media. This is Scorpio in this 27 degree. Jupiter, his expansion, it was always a matter of time. He was born in retrograde, so he had to take time to start to free the people and what was you're holding back their dominance in the media space. Like essentially people who are truly authentic, people who are truly pure. You know, not the person who can make their profile look like or buy followers and do, you know, shady, off-grid, what the F type things to prove that there's somebody important. He is the one that says, if you're important, you're important. There should be just a real transparency. Elon Musk is a thug. He's a gangster. And anybody that doesn't rock with him, you really need to start questioning your own personal principles, morals, and values, and ask yourself, why are you doing what you do? You need to start asking yourself that when you begin to question people like Elon Musk, when you begin to question people like Jordan Peterson, when you begin to question people like Kanye West, and I've said that multiple times already, when you begin to question people like Kyrie Irving, you need to start questioning yourself and say, what the hell is wrong with me? Because these people are literal, real life Marvel superheroes in our universe, and universe hashtag 77654 out of the God knows how many more. These people are living embodiments of superheroes that we have a true opportunity, not necessarily to idol, but to be inspired by, to say, you're going to pave the way for me. I'm going to give you more light for this. Forget it. I don't even want to be in the light because this makes my eyes hurt, but I have to for this part of the message. It's like, are you not going to get in line? Or do you not see what I'm breaking down in this guy's chart, bro? He's a real life Marvel superhero, but on Earth. He is Aries and Aquarius are the two most like justice fighters. You know, when you put that air and that fire together, you make a fire tornado. They could take out anything. If Aries can listen to the plan that Aquarius can devise, okay, it's just everything. And he has successfully done that because this trine, his Mars trine, so energy that cuts and asserts, all right, that takes action on humanitarian matters, okay, having the most unique friends, okay, in the highest of places, higher than Capricorn, allows him to make these investments and gain the inheritance of other people. He is gaining that inheritance to other people by cutting through what is unseen as for the corruptness, Libra, at this 19th degree in Gemini. This guy is a gangster. The fact that he's a Cancer, it just kept him private enough, long enough with what made his hobbies unique. Because hobbies is like fifth degree, but also the emotional war that he has had in himself. Because fifth degree, I learned from Astro Bruja. Shout out to her again. I could do this. Oh, that works. Now I ain't got this junk in my eye so much. Because that's a little too bright, you feel me? Okay, cool. All right, so, this works. Okay. Okay, yeah, baby. We gotta just get the cap. That's it. That's all we need is the cap. All right. Okay. I mean, his Mercury in Cancer just gives him a wild imagination that just, it's like, and it's still in his own first house. So he's always imagining himself as something very unique and different than everybody else, because Aries don't want to be like nobody else. I mean, 13th degree is Aries, and Aries is like, I ain't gonna be like nobody else. Like, that's just stupid. That's just dumb. And it's helpful that he has this squaring energy to his third house, which is again media, the Twitter revolt. He's gonna literally use Twitter. I ain't gonna say it. He's gonna use Twitter to manhandle the closure and the implosion of Pluto and Capricorn. We are at the brink. We have March 2023 before Pluto finally implodes. I've been talking about this for like a year. It's like we're actually here now, and Pluto Aquarius is about to begin. And we already have Saturn in Aquarius, which has already basically forced us to update how we modernize being unconventional and breaking the rules, breaking the laws, breaking the constraints in a way where we still follow the rules, but we can still be badasses and rebels. And the key thing with this is be a rebel with a cause. Don't just be a rebel to be a rebel. So that's what's critical about Aquarius. So when Pluto and Aquarius is here, that's how we're going to transform. Don't just be a rebel without a cause. Don't be a rebel to be a dickhead. Be a rebel with a cause, with a purpose. If I was to try to speak about what is Elon's purpose, for starters, he doesn't have anything here, but this means his cusp is in Pisces. So his ninth house purpose is kind of one of the things I think about. And we have this at what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9. Okay, I mean, this is obvious. This is Sagittarius. We just had Sag season. So his cusp is at the 9th degree of Pisces. Pisces, Sagittarius, both mutable energies. We just had that square. I want everybody to just drop your jaw for a moment. I'm just so excited. Let's expand our bellies. Just push it open, don't inhale. Notice my chest should never be rising. And then inhale some air into the belly after you open it up like a balloon. Notice my chest is not inhaling, but my belly is. Now I want to breathe the air up the spine. Don't exhale out. Just breathe it. Watch it. Visualize it go up the spine. Notice your ears melting. What helps a lot actually is cross your arms. Shamanism 101. Here we go. Pull your ears down. You already put yourself in a relaxed state. If you want to increase this, turn your tongue. You just listen for, obviously I gotta move it back to talk, but just rest inside. If you want to increase that, cross your legs. Scientifically proven, super simple. It puts your body in a relaxed state. And I know I came in with a lot of high energy, so do forgive me. I want to return back to what's important here. I was really excited. All right. Venus in Sagittarius, 29 degrees. It went calypto, okay, with Jupiter in Pisces. Same thing at 29 degrees. So 229 degrees, Pisces, Jupiter, both mutable. Okay, look at that. 9th house is Sagittarius. 9th house, Sagittarius. That's where his cusp, right here, this line, begins in Pisces. So this 9 degrees in the 9th house in Pisces is Jupiter, 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 which is all about every restriction and boundary that is on us, we must transcend beyond it. Now, what's amazing about him having Pisces there at the 9th cusp is he doesn't have to go through with force. He is a feminine energy. He is literally a Cancer, which is another feminine energy. So he's very aware of feminine energy. Okay, ready? Look, check me. He also sextiles his own sun energy to the moon, so earth and water. Again, he can really sense and feel these feelings. He can feel the feels. All right, ready? Another sextile, a lot, big strong ones. You see it going where? To Scorpio. More water, okay, with earth and a different kind of water. So he has two different flavors of understanding this. So if I go back to his Pisces in the 9th, at the 9th, this is him able to literally, without even having planets, look, he has no planets there. And it doesn't matter in Pisces, there's no planets. But it does not matter because he's so familiar with the signature and the energy of water that it's just a natural part of his essence and his being. Like his sun sign is water, bro. Like, you know, his Jupiter, that's why his Jupiter expands when he can go through the dirty water of Scorpio. Because Cancer is not, it's fresh water, right? So it's a big difference. And the Pisces is just like, what I'm saying is he's helping the collective unconscious and the conscious to just dissolve through any barrier and boundary that ever existed. He's literally here to help us surrender and expand beyond what was constricting us, but in a fluid and mutable and just manner where water can dissipate into fog. You know, Neptune, think Neptune. It's a gas, technically, as a planet that can form a solid, which can go back to a liquid. It is a beautiful, beautiful planet. I want to learn more about Neptune. It is tremendous. And that is how he is getting us through all barriers and boundaries. It is quite frankly poetic. it is so advanced that truly no one will really understand, and he knows that. And so, you know, it's great. It's quite frankly really good that he's a white guy. I'm gonna be honest, that he's from South Africa. He is from South Africa. He has a lot of United States roots. I think his grandfather or uncle was from like Minneapolis or something. You know, his mom's from like Canada, so he got a passport coming in through that way. So, you know, foreign, like I said, this is his ninth house foreign, or seventh house of Libra. This would be diplomacy, things like that, as well as like third house Gemini contracts. He has all those energies. So and it was very easy for him to get all the paperwork. He had the status, the influence. These things were just a part of always his existence, so that he could actually pierce through things. Because the big difference is, like, you know, it doesn't matter if Kanye West is right. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if he's right, for example. He's still Kanye West, and he has successfully gaslit the hell out of him. Now, the irony is, all of these Chiron and 10th house people, Elon Musk, Kanye West, they all have Chiron in the 10th house. So all of them will never get the fame and the praise. And all these people who are actually changing the world are people who, to some degree, they want to, you know, support their own egoic self. And in their failed, quote unquote, attempts to do this, they're wired in this circle, in this, you know, never-ending pattern, always by this fail-safe backup plan that says that they still want the praise, and so they'll keep going anyways. And in the meanwhile, they just happen to also produce results that ultimately do help the world. And so it's like through this process, they go through so much denial and so much rejection that they really begin with these 10th house Chirons to truly stop giving a F. And when they do, it's around the same time that life shows them why they needed to take this path, trial, and tribulation of denial and rejection consistently on the public scales for how they want to decide to spread truth and equality and, you know, uniqueness and adversity met with, you know, tranquility, peace, harmony, understanding, and flexibility. These are the change makers of the world. One, the people who think they're actually able to do it. Shout out to me, because I truly feel and believe that, and it's gonna happen. Like I said, this is your AstroShaman PernellBobby. We create a world of harmony, leveraging astrology, baby. And it's like, as a part of that, y'all have seen my name change over the last 2 months because I'm listening to the astrology. It's like these people like Elon Musk and kind of they're willing to change. They're willing to accept and embrace through the ultimate continuation of rejection and denial of their importance and their, you know, desire to be known and praised. As much as they'll never receive that, it's the same thing that is allowing them to be powered with enough, you know, energy to just be petty in some ways. He has a moon in freaking Virgo, for Christ's sake. He's hella petty. So he is literally just changing the world based off the fact that you're telling me that he can't do something. And it's the same with a lot of these big ego type personalities that are required for us to actually believe in ourselves enough to realize that there's a certain amount of adversity, there's a certain amount of fight and savagery that you need and you must have, a tenacity that is built into the veins, something that you can't really just replicate. You must be born with it. You must have chosen in your past life to come back as somebody that will make a change and a difference in this life. And Elon Musk is doing that. Give him his flowers. Kanye West is doing that. Give him his flower. Kyrie Irving is doing that. Give him Jordan Peterson, Andrew Tate. They all have their own styles. And this is exactly what matters most, that I'm sitting here, I'm doing that. People are out here in the world and they're doing that. They're sacrificing, you know, their own vices. And as a part of that, we're being rewarded with the true hidden wealth. The hidden wealth is the wealth below the surface. It's the minerals, it's the things that we never even dug deep enough within ourselves to see. This is the Elon Musk astrology chart read. I enjoyed this. I like this man a lot. I truly believe. I mean, first off, he does a great job of making you believe that he's a stand-up guy, and in a lot of ways he is, and in a lot of ways he's not. But it doesn't matter because the way he's wired, his purpose will ultimately supersede any sense of individuality that makes him so separate that he's an individual rather than view himself as one. At the end of the day, he views himself as one. And as a result of that, he's being blessed by so many hidden, unseen, occult forces. I mean, for Jesus' sake, he has freaking, Venus, where we get lush things, literally a lush existence, in the 12th house. These people are miraculously blessed. You see the peace stealer in the 12th house. You see Gemini Brown, we just did it. He has Venus in the 12th house. These people get blessed. They truly get blessed. So this is their chart reads. Come check out our Astro Divinity memberships. If you want to learn how to read charts for yourself, quite frankly, I feel like overnight make you a master. And when I say overnight, understand, we have classes twice a month. So you got to show up. But based off what I'm hearing from the people in there, it's super easy to learn. There's a lot of beginners, novice, and there's a lot of people who already came and know astrology, and they're still learning even the parts that got skipped. Especially for my manifestors out there, my manifesting generators out there who skipped a bunch and had to get reeled back by Saturn and be like, hey, you skipped a couple of things. The ones who do it in integrity realize that that's a part of the program. There's nothing wrong with that, but this would be a matter of all right, great, you already studied astrology? Great, come back to the basics. Let's come back, let's learn some basics. And watch how much better we all become from a fundamental level when we understand the language. So definitely check out the AstroShaman membership. We had a new member today, so shout out to, I don't know if you want me to say your name, but I know who you are. You're one of our members here as well. So I'm going to leave it out because I don't know if you want me to say your name or not. But shout out to you, the new member today. We had another one 2-3 days ago, so it was super dope. It is growing. The classes are fun. The next one is astrosexuality. And we're going to help you understand from a sexuality standpoint how the signs fuse, how they relate, and understand this can even be like brothers and sisters, like fusing and relating and merging as siblings, but also as sexual partners. To be honest, it goes super deep, so that's endless, but masculine and feminine energy is definitely a part of it. We're going to be doing some movement, moving around our Kundalini snake energy. So some part of this will happen. We will be moving our Kundalini snake energy up front. Actually, it's funny. The person I was thinking is the member just sent me a message right now. That's super dope. Like speak of the angel. She's not a devil. So yeah, come check that out. For now, for the time being, I think there's about 6 more membership spots at the $33 a month. After those 5 or 6, I think it's 6. After those 6 spots, it goes up to $66 a month. And that's just been preordained before we even had our first member. So it's been up on the site. It's there. Come get in while it's nice and tender, okay? Because we're still early on in it too. So it'd be nice to be part of the original foundation squad and the memberships, because I just began this 11/11. This is my November 11th, my 11/11 manifestation. Be able to teach people astrology and understand the reason why, the purpose for it. For me, I want you to come with a purpose, because the reason why the purpose for it is to build things out, to build people like Elon Musk. If I'm being honest, to build people out like Elon Musk in this chart, in this astrology chart reading, where I can help you understand how to navigate not only your own curves, not only your own pitfalls, but the global ones that's going to be thrown at you. Because when you hit that status, like you see, he's already now getting death threats. They now officially want to kill him. I just put that video out for Scorpio risings just yesterday. If they can't blackball you, which they can't blackball him, he's too deep. He's too much in the deep state. He knows too many deep state secrets, and he's too public of a figure, so they can't do that. They're going to try to invite him to a party and incriminate him. He's too smart for that. So, that's that. I mean, he don't even like people. He's all in the You know, for peers, he's all 12th house, he's all 8th house. You know, he's a Cancer, so he ain't even really out with friends like that. You ain't gonna know about his friends ever. So that's not gonna get got. So the last one is they gotta kill him. But again, he becomes a martyr, so you can't kill him at this point either. So congratulations, Elon Musk. You're about to officially be one of the you're about to get your wish, but he still has his Chiron 10th house. So even though he's going to get his wish and he's going to be known forever as somebody to do something first that no one else has ever done, which he has already done such things so many times, he's still not going to feel like he is worth the praise of it all. And instinctually, he will hurt at a deep egoic level that he'll never receive that. But at the same time, he still does know that he's an alien. He's not from here, and that he does not need these egoic things. And it is a fail-safe program to get him to work and push hard enough to be able to be the man he is today. And this is Elon Musk's chart. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up. Thank you for hitting the subscription. Like I said, check out my Astro Divinity membership. You want to learn astrology? We're doing some Kundalini movement, some breath work, starting off the next one for astrosexuality. And then we're going to get into the sciences of feminine and masculine, how they fuse, how they mesh. That's this, not this Sunday coming. The next Sunday, which is December 18th, that's the next time we meet. We got a newer member today. She's literally sending me a message right now. I just said her name and she just did it again. 808. Yo, I'm actually on the live and I just mentioned you. And the last 2 times I mentioned you, and I didn't say your name, I was like, bam, I'm on the live right now, and then bam, Nicolette, and then, oh crap, I just said your name. I'm so sorry. Damn it. And it didn't even matter that, because I couldn't, me. I'm sorry. I'm out of here. Big love, y'all. Big love. I see you soon.